Hi everybody. It's been a while since I did a debunking video, so I thought I'd get back into it with a pretty interesting Film Your Hospital video. And I want to show you the process that I went through to try to figure out if this was legitimate, so that maybe you can try some of the same tools whenever you see something that you think is fishy. So here's a Film Your Hospital video that ended up on YouTube, and this is at the Halifax Health Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. So they claim. All right, so if you see, he's talking about how there's no chaos outside the hospital. And this is the emergency entrance. Okay, so you Google the Halifax Hospital and it's legitimate. Okay, the Halifax health system does have a hospital in Daytona Beach. I'm curious about where it is within the city. And I'm also curious about the stop sign. If you look at the stop sign in this YouTube video, look at the shadow. It is casting a very long shadow. So we know that this video where he's complaining that there's no commotion at the hospital, we know that this video was not taken at noon. It was clearly taken either early in the morning or late in the evening because the sun is behind this guy that's filming. Okay, so let's go to Google Street View. I'm at Google Maps. So here's the Halifax Hospital professional building, and we want to see if that's really what he says it is. So let's drop our little guy, our little Street View guy. Let's drop him right here and see what it looks like. Hey, it's the same. Okay, so here's the emergency room, and here's the emergency room from the video. So the guy says he's filming the Halifax Health Center in Daytona Beach, and he is. But I'm still curious about that shadow. I want to see what time of day it is that there was no commotion at the hospital. Never mind the fact that none of us can visit a hospital now anyway, right? So I'm going to go to, so here's the address of where the hospital is. I'm going to go to a cool website called SunCalc, okay? And what it does is it tells you where the sun was at a particular time of day at a particular location. So let's plug in. Let's look at what date that was uploaded. It was uploaded April 2nd. So I'm going to assume, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was uploaded April 2nd. So I'm going to assume it was filmed on April 2nd. Okay. So I'm going to go to SunCalc. I'm going to plug in April 2nd, and this is how the sun traveled, okay? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So we zoom in, and this was the path of the sun in Daytona on April 2nd. So it looks like the sun was behind him. Now we need to figure out if the guy was facing east or west when he was taking this video outside the emergency room. Okay, so he's facing that direction. Let's go back to Google Maps. And now, so I would say that he's right here, okay? And he's facing to the right of the screen. So let's zoom out and see what direction he's facing, east or west. Oh, okay, there's the Atlantic. So he's facing east, which means the sun is behind him. Now, if we go back to SunCalc, the sunset was on that day in Daytona about 7:45. Now, there's a couple interesting things here. Usually, I mean, besides the fact that we can't visit hospitals now, many nurses that I know work shifts that end and begin at 7:30. So there's a really good chance that there was a shift change happening, and that's why there wasn't a lot of commotion outside the hospital. Also, I went to the hospital's website to see if they had anything about not allowing visitors and etc. And what's interesting is that they actually give updates, okay? So if you look at their update for April 3rd, they have 3 patients in the special isolation unit awaiting test results on 25 tests. Do you see? Right here. What kind of commotion did this guy expect if there were only 3 people in special isolation at this hospital? A fact that the hospital readily acknowledges and shares, and yet the guy's filming around saying that this is all a hoax. Well, yeah, there's no commotion at the hospital at 7:45 at night for a lot of reasons, but I don't get the impression that this hospital is trying to hide anything. So these are fun little tools to use whenever you see something that you kind of want to investigate or you think might be fishy. And if you have anything that you want me to debunk, let me know. It's fun.